Some evidence is on a temple structure in Lebanon. Such stones have been placed that when seen, human beings, the weight of each stone stuns the mind. It weighs as much as 3 blue whales and is a surprise. Actually, they have mastered one piece. I was not only cut, but also cut in half, transported from kilometers away. That too thousands of years ago, but the mystery is this, that till date no such thing has been created by humans. Civilizations that have never passed through this vast. Are you famous for cutting stones? Has any such civilization ever passed by? Who had the knowledge that we have today? No, these stones are being investigated for hell. A team of German archaeologists discovered the stone, started to dance on the ear where these stones were brought from there, and even today, there is an incomplete stone which weighs 1,200. It is said to be tons, which is about 4 Boeing 74s sent after digging here. Archaeologists found something like this inside the ground. Evidence found which is very hard to believe. He is back in Knowledge Hub videos. The well-wishers of Lebanon's Bekaa Valley. In the east is a city called Baalbek, where the Romans, people from all over the empire come to see the ruins. They come, but the funny thing is that from above, this looks like in the period of Kandariya, but below it, archaeology has found some evidence of this. Those with no connection to the Roman Empire, not here, at least not yet. A temple built by the ancient Romans. This is called the Temple of Jupiter. The temple still follows the architecture of the Roman Empire. 146. And this is the greatest example of his skill. But there is a huge structure underneath the temple construction. Foundation of stones has been found. First of all this, it was thought that maybe this wasn't in one piece. Rather, it is a great mastery of small stones. It was added to 201 to make it look like one. But after doing various tests, this thing has been confirmed that it is nothing but these are giant stones, which are later trilithium, and lifting it 30 feet up is human history. These stones were probably used for the first time. If you want to estimate the size and weight of each stone weighs 9 lash kg, that is the world's. The heaviest ship of all time is Antonov, a 225 Muria, and a half times heavier than the pyramid of the stone used in the construction of Giza, 10 times bigger than the biggest rocks. Big despite their huge size. The stones are somehow put through the ears here, transported till which is from here to about 1 kilometer away, and then Heliopolis, placed on top of blocks of complexity. More on that later. Erected by placing complicated blocks, the accuracy with which these stones are cut. Added, that's a really unusual job. 324, especially for the time when modern. The machinery was also hard to visualize, because there is as much distance between them as a piece of paper. If we look at the Roman structures, they are not. Her focus was on her beauty, showcasing construction skills to the world, wanted but against it. Trilithium, it came to my mind that it was buried inside. A question arises that if any civilization, if she accomplishes such a great feat, then why would you hide it because of ancient romance? To keep a record of all your skills. These are famous. Trilithium didn't do it, but they did. He built his temple on the foundation. Apart from this, according to historians, Romans has the biggest crane. It could only lift 60 tons, which makes it extremely impossible that he could lift these 900-ton stones in Romans. Whatever stones are lifted by the crane, he used to make a hole of a particular shape in the middle. It's called Lewis holes, but there's no such thing. Hole-us, no record of trilithium, about to pick up and bring here. Otherwise, who did this with such mastery? The original design of the Temple of Jupiter was done. Who built the foundation of the Temple of Jupiter? The other stones are fitted with finishing. While Trilithium thinks that keeping all these things in mind, Trilithium is older than the Roman Empire, that is 1,000 years old. Work that was done 39 years ago in today's modern era. It is considered impossible to do that at that time. Which civilization did this and how? There is a secret about which archaeologists haven't been able to tell anything yet. This is the only trilithium in Baalbek. Keep it in the compound of Temple of Jupiter. Many makamas have huge rocks like this. Can be seen next to the stairs. Watch this 800-ton rock being moved. There is nothing trivial till after that comes. Let's go to the south wall, where from 402, countless blocks weighing 800 tons are found. Some are above the ground and some are below the ground. Nobody knows that it is buried in the ground. How deep is the fitting that needs cleaning? And this line built on the border is one. After seeing that it is smaller than millimeters, this task looks more complicated in these. Something strange on the surface of the stones. Targets exist, such as today's modern mining machinery creates rocks. These targets are up to 10 feet long. It is, and they are exactly parallel to each other. Let's talk about old tools. So there is none among them who is of this kind. At least we can target the historians. There's no tool like this on record. Tool marks by Yanshan Quarry in China. It has also been seen on stones. There is a stone block weighing 16,000 tons, on whom the same target is struck in the same manner, just like the ones on the stones at Baalbek. A similar incident occurred in Petra, the ancient city of Jordan. Marks have been seen on the rocks of the mountain. Cutting this city was also built at least 2,300 years ago. Was made, if compared then this. The target is just like today's modern machinery. That is, even in ancient times such things existed. There was technology that was like modern machinery. Could cut stones, but obviously historians have no concrete evidence yet. Is not there now. Let's go to that ear from where. These were actually the stones from Baalbek, which contains trilithium, about 1.5 kilometers from Temple of Jupiter, away, and it's a limestone ear. There are still some half-cut stones here. Are present, it's more surprising kun because this is the Temple of Jupiter, and known as Complicated Woman. About how it got its name. Many stories are famous, 68 feet tall, 14 feet high and 14 feet thick, depending on the area. Its weight is calculated to be 1,200 tons. The stone lies at an angle while its lower part still with earstone. It is connected to whoever made it in this shape. They have cut its lower part apart. Didn't get a chance to do, and maybe in between, he had to leave this job otherwise maybe. This stone also tells us today about the Temple of Jupiter. The bottom of this stone is visible from the side. Even today there are targets of the same kind. Look at the other stones in the Temple of Jupiter. Jungfrau Park from Switzerland has gone. A model of a pregnant woman's stone is placed around which some modern frames. Models have been set up for display. It's just that pregnant women get stoned. If has to be picked up even in today's times, then around 20 French can do this together too. Only when you are 50, 60 feet around the rock, there should be a place to park the French first. Pregnant woman stone half buried in the ground, was sunken, but in 2014, a team of archaeologists conducted excavations here. When we looked at the cave, we found out that there is a cave even underground. It was different from the ear, only the bottom of this block is still connected to the ear that is thousands. Because of lying like this for years, a layer of clay buried it in the ground. Scientists believe that just 1 inch of layer is about 80 to 100. Pregnancy accumulates over the years. Woman seen in old stone pictures. At 1008, it is sunk about 10 feet inside. It is 1011, that is 120 inches. So if 1 inch is 80 years, if it is equal to then 120 inches will take 9,600. Years will take approximately 1,000 years so long. Humans in the Stone Age could do such challenging tasks. It is enough to think and understand that we were capable of doing this. It is difficult in 2014 when the stone. Another surprising thing happened when XK was disguised. Another hidden stone has been revealed. This stone, right next to a pregnant woman, estimates that it is buried underground. According to the Forgotten, weighs 1,650 tons. Any stone known as, this is the world's largest thing that was taken out from the ear. It's a block of stone. It's just a block. This is the part that is visible from above. How deep is inside the ear and what is hidden? Nothing has been said about it yet. The stone can be used by today's scientists, including engineers and archaeologists also involved. It remains a mystery for The reason is that the methods that cut them, transporting and getting to the right place, they are used to keep any famous ancient civilization or present-day civilization. This doesn't seem possible even for builders. Apart from this, the journey from Khan to Baalbek is mountainous, because of not only is it on the upside, but there is no evidence that it is quite rough. It was found that in ancient times these stones were no direct route made for transport, so that it would be easier to pull the stones. It's just like this on the backside. After delivering the heavy stone, they got so much happiness. How carefully the value would have been picked up should be taken as an astatin. Indicates the time when humans, he was very tall and his body looked like a god. Powerful, different religious books. Like, as per Bible, Quran, and Hindi scribes, also mentions people who are he was tall and strong and had such powers. Who are the superhumans in some fiction movies? They pass in different books. Different names are given, as in the Bible. He has been called a film somewhere, and his stature it is said to be 450 feet, and somewhere it is 100 feet. To the feet, and maybe for those civilizations, it is so difficult to lift the stones of Baalbek. It was not working. I hope this was for Knowledge Hub. You guys should like and share the video a lot. I will appreciate your loving comments. Thank you so much. See you next great one in the video.